Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2, where last time we explored the bathhouse here, right here. And we also went into the armor place, saw some neat armors. Haven't bought anything, because we're poor. But one day, we did some window shopping, I guess, is what we were doing. And hopefully, we'll be able to buy some stuff sometime. And what's up with you, man? Yelling things. Dark cupboard on the west side, eh? Okay, I'll check out the dark cupboard on the west side. But first, let's check out what this is. Exotic herbs. Kutzli's exotic herbs. Alright, this episode will be coming out pretty late in the day, like most have been going for Pillars recently. It's been busy stuff. Hey.
Why, hello.
Oh, hello.
Kutzli at your service.
Kutzli. I think that was kind of close to what I said. She sets down her pruning shears and looks you up and down with a warm smile.
Aren't you just something?
She plants her hands on her hips and nods up at you with interest. I am something.
I can tell that you're new to the Deadfire. Maybe you're still getting your bearings? Some of my herbs can help with seasickness or worse afflictions.
Show me what you've got. What makes you think I got here recently?
It's nothing personal. You just have that taking everything in look about you.
Fair enough.
Give it time. It'll pass.
She reaches to brush a curl of fur behind her ear. Her gaze wanders towards Seraphim and lingers there. Then she pulls her focus back to you, blushing slightly. Oh,
ain't no shame in looking, lass.
You dog. Flashing a crooked grin, Seraphim bows to the herbalist. Aloth gives you a pained look. Hey, man. She seems like she's pretty cute. Go for it, Seraphim. What brings an herbalist to Piraki's Overlook?
Money is the obvious answer, but I don't think that's what you're after.
She smiles.
Yes, I'm an herbalist, but I also pride myself as a florist. I think the city liked the idea of putting a flower shop somewhere visible. It's ostentatious, really. Probably the same reason why we have a magic shop next door. Pariki's Overlook is a great big splash of culture and innovation, there to show travelers that the Huana are ready for the world at large.
She shrugs. Show me what you got. Apothecary's gloves, rather. +1 dexterity and +2 alchemy. That's actually probably good for you, huh? Ooh, do I want to buy them? Twisted root doll. I kind of want to buy them. We're going to buy them. Done. I'm sure we'll make that money back. And that goes to you, Jyoti, who you do not have gloves. This is actually a decent purchase, I feel like. Except they're with you. Put them in here. Go into here. And there you go.
Pamper me too much and I'll grow to like it.
Well, don't worry, Jyoti. By the end of this game, you will have the best gear imaginable, besides my gear. My gear will be better than yours. What do we got? Oh, this is the magical place, right? The dark cupboard. That's what she called it. A magical shop. Or magic shop. Should be some really good stuff in here, huh? I wonder if we could buy Grimoires. That's something that the last game didn't have, right? I don't think so.
Is that an Orlin cage and back? They don't let you have those in Deerwood anymore. Well, that one's in pretty good condition.
An Orlin cage. That's not good. Got the living quarters there. Shop imp. Bunch of things I can steal. What's this? This the horned bones of a godlike. The plaque simply reads, "Shoplifters beware," without context. It's actually a really good,
Shop imp, greetings.
I like that actually a lot. If you, like, owned a shop and you had, like, obviously a fake skeleton, or, like, just a fake skull, and a sign saying that's pretty awesome. This imp mutters something dark and hateful under its breath. It regards you with narrow, wandering eyes and flared nostrils. What was that?
Buy something.
He makes a rude gesture toward the shop's wares. Why are you so hostile?
This not hostile. It's just imp.
He bares his teeth and hisses to emphasize the point. He aims a fearful glance toward Fazina and lowers his voice.
Is imp and is sad.
Aw. His expression falls. New sags, wrinkles, and edges grow definition.
Fasina spends too much time away from shop, leaving me to fend for self. His bad enough master won't let me leave stupid shop.
Why do you think Fazina spends so much time away?
She hates her work, hates Arkamir, hates me. Reason enough.
He counts on each finger, then balls his claw into a fist. So you're not angry at all, are you?
Imp's complicated. Kids think we have two big emotions, angry and happy.
He smacks his lips and stumbles on the longer, more nuanced words.
But Kith can't smell imp spray. Jovial spray, melancholy spray, creative spray, imp spray all over everything.
That's disgusting. To accentuate the point, a little puff of foul-smelling effluvia wafts out of an orifice that was not evident a second ago. That's gross.
Go on, I don't care.
What do you got? Oh, so you can buy grimoires. Ooh. That's really cool. I like that. Anything else? Whoa, yeah, you got the Spine of Thicket Green. That is a wand? Quarterstaff. You got a Ring of Focused Flame. Plus an accuracy with fire attacks. We could buy that. We'd be stuck with 12 gold. I was stuck between gold and coin there. Sasha's Singing Scimitar. That might be good for Edir. And also Lethendria's Devotion, a shield. Spellkeeper. Here's some more grimoires. Another one. And this guy's got tons of shit. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're gonna be dropping a lot of money here someday. Now, do you have the same stock?
Nowhere else to turn. Stonehill is going to kill me.
Don't drag me into your mess, Bertenno. Not again.
Then you leave me no choice. I'm sorry.
Hey, come back with that. Madiko!
Damn. You should have had this sign up at the front of the store. Maybe then he wouldn't have done that. What's going on?
That flaccid pazzo.
The young wizard clutches the countertop, looking as if she's either going to vault over it or snap it in half.
Imp, you had none of that, Hack?
The imp mutters to himself in a dark, guttural tone.
That's what I thought. What am I going to do? Think, Fasina.
She grabs a fistful of her hair and sighs. What was that all about?
My postenago of a lover stole Rokawa's fingers. The master will kill me if I don't get them back.
Now you love her, huh?
He must have wanted to raise some fast coin. Arkemir will flay me alive over those damned gloves.
Fasina cradles her brow and groans. Strange that the constructs didn't attack him for stealing.
Is it strange? I don't know. Go consult Arkemir's grimoire if you're that curious.
Flustered. Excuse me. Flustered, she finds any excuse to look elsewhere. Why does he need the money?
He said that he's in debt to a Rautayan captain by the name of Hamuto Stonehill. By all accounts, a deadly serious man.
What aren't you telling me?
Not that it's any of your business, but Bertenno used to spend a lot of late nights here.
Fasina coughs into her fist and avoids eye contact.
I got into the construct's guts and marked off Bertenno as a safe visitor so they would not attack him. And before you ask, no, I will never do this again.
She crosses her arms resolutely. Why are these gloves so important?
You do not know Arkemir, do you?
No.
He is as cheap as a Wodican clerk. Whatever he loses from those gloves, he will take out on me. Somehow.
Alright, I'll get those gloves back for you.
You will?
Of course.
If you are expecting some payment or reward, I do need to keep this under wraps.
Let's say I'm doing my good deed for the day.
If there's a burden on your conscience, then I am not opposed to you offloading it on my behalf. Ooh,
I just got an idea for a character with this sentence here. There's a burden on your conscience. It'd be really cool to play like a character with a backstory that they were like a really... And this isn't like a super original idea. I've just never played that kind of character in a video game. But play a character that had like a really evil or bad backstory, where they did a lot of terrible things, and now the reason they're doing all the good stuff in the video games that people tend to do, because that tends to lead to the best stuff, is to, you know, fight back the guilt.
I do not know where Berteno fences his goods, but he mentioned an appointment at the Brass Citadel docks.
Brass Citadel, huh? Facina bites her thumbnail and glares at the door, seeming to wish it would burst off its hinges.
Hamuto Stonehill must be as dangerous as he sounds, or else Berteno wouldn't be so panicked.
Can I get inside the manor?
Imp, go hang laundry.
She holds up a finger for silence, her gaze following the shop imp as he flutters moodily away.
Get inside the manor? Ha! The house is locked tighter than Arkamir's clenched fist. Ifrin tried to sneak in. Now he's stuck in a box telling fortunes for pyres.
She thumbs over to the fortune-telling machine in the northernmost corner of the shop. Anything I can do to convince you to let me inside? Is there another way inside? Is there another way?
Locked doors tend to have keys. That one's free.
Anything I can do to convince you to let me inside?
What? Just unlock the door and turn a blind eye? Or hand over my key?
Her eyebrows raise slightly.
Bozzo, your plan is so poorly concocted that you had to tell me about it.
I only want to retrieve a single item, a stone tablet. Oh, I actually have a reason to go in there? Stone tablet?
I am beyond finished discussing this. If you don't have any business, then this could be where we part ways.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to, like, now that I'm playing a little less, I'm gonna have to, like, reread the quest a lot, because I don't remember why I need to get that stone tablet. What is that for? I have questions about your predicament. I want to talk about Shop Imp, your little co-worker.
I hate him from horn to hoof.
Damn.
More than once I've caught him smearing feces all over our selection of cloaks.
Okay, I would hate him too then.
Not that this should dissuade you from buying one.
She coughs into her fist. I think he's sad because you spend time away from the shop. In a strange way, I think he likes having you around. She studies you, weighing your words with a doubtful, if interested, expression.
No. We are talking about the same little flying stinker? Maybe I ought to be nicer to the little... thing. We both hate Arkamir, so we have that much in common.
Tell me about yourself.
I am the apprentice of He of Many Colors. That's plain old Arkamir to you. What few spells I know have names like Arkamir's Dripping Scourge or Arkamir's Malevolent Codpiece.
Ooh.
He made me conjure a household staff of imps. Horrible, chittering things. I think it's because he knows I hate them.
Facina sighs and waits patiently for you to speak up. Do you have the same stuff? I think so. Yes, okay. Alright. So another quest. Are you a named person? No. Now that's back to the Brass Citadel though, so we're not going back there for a while. So let's see, I think we got a couple more buildings to check out before we finally get to the palace. So I'm excited to see what the palace looks like.
You look thirsty. A drink, madam?
Sure, I'll take a drink.
Quench your thirst on the way up the mountain?
Ameta inclines her head and gestures to a wagon loaded with kegs. What do you serve here?
Spirits and the like? No one this side of the slope will scorn you for a little indulgence.
She smiles.
Between us, folks tend to linger and spend coin in parikis when they've had a few. Good for business, I say.
What do you got? Alcohol, as expected. Oh, that's really cool. You can see like the forge down there. I like that touch.
You had no right to interfere in Rawatai's business. Hawana culture isn't business, you company drudge.
What's going on?
I don't give two pyres for your tribal pride, and I wager that Arkamir cares even less.
Arkamir again, huh? The Amoan woman clutches her fist at her side. Her severe features are caught in an unshakable grimace.
If this is what passes for Rauatai in diplomacy,
Nui has bigger problems.
The more calm and composed Juana smiles, turning when she notices you.
If you've come to see Arkhamir, you're too late. He left the estate on wizard business.
What's going on between you two?
Tamar and I wanted something from Arkhamir. Our powers of persuasion leave much to be desired.
The wizard got his hands on a Huana tablet, the Harapo epic. I came to reclaim it for Rawatai.
Harapo. It sounds very familiar, like from like a real world thing. I don't remember though.
In the middle of my negotiations, this little pest showed up with a claim on it.
She gestures to Natihi.
The Harapo epic belongs to the Huana. The Queen sent me to remind you both.
The intact primary source is a rare find for the Huana. Or an intact one.
Akira, few outsiders can appreciate what such an artifact could mean to our people.
Yeah, I traveled with a guy who was fascinated with those kinds of things.
Posturing about cultural value is worthless. We both want the tablet for the same reason.
I wonder if Kana's in this game. I hope so. I like Kana. Who's Arkhamir?
A spellcaster, and a damn good one. Specializes in hexes and illusions. He and his apprentice run the Dark Cupboard, a local magic shop.
How did he come to possess the tablet?
I believe that he had dealings with black market treasure hunters. Not that the Queen will implicate him.
She's too preoccupied negotiating with the warmongers at her door.
Any idea where he went?
Arkhamir could be drinking Kuiki wine with dead kings. There's no finding him if he doesn't want to be found.
So what's your plan?
I might as well adjourn to the palace in Serpent's Crown and give Arkhamir time to think.
What a load of... You mean to get your hands on that tablet with or without Arkhamir? You island rats can barely write your own names, much less a distinguished epic.
Damn. Netahe blinks at her in shock and takes a moment to smooth down the creases in her uniform.
Scamper back to the Brass Citadel and spin your own plots. I will happily do the same on my side of the island.
Tamara, I'd like to speak with you.
I suppose I can spare a moment.
Any ideas on retrieving the epic?
I heard tell of Ephron, a thief with a penchant for making house calls. Word has it that Ephron made his way inside of Arkhamir's manor and later died. Now his soul is bound to the fortune-telling machine in the Dark Cupboard. Strange fate.
Tell me about yourself.
I help finance expeditions around the Isles, which often means keeping an ear to the ground. Not very romantic from behind a desk, but Rawatai's campaign could use the extra coin.
You and Netahi don't seem to get along.
All of her pretenses of cultural pride are a means to an end. Like the rest of the Huana, she isn't above exploiting any advantage if she can profit from it.
Doesn't seem very fair. The Huana are trying to get by.
As you say.
Okay. Tell me about the epic.
It's a handsome piece of rock, which some call valuable. I won't dispute that point if the value goes to Rawatai.
What does the Royal Deadfire Company want with it?
I suppose it's no secret that we're after more than some arbitrary cultural touchstone. We're looking for a route to Ukaizo. It stands to reason that ancient lore would be a key to finding the place.
What kind of defenses does Arkhamir have inside his manor?
Arkhamir is a magical savant and a recluse. That makes for a very dangerous combination. He relies on imps and ironclad constructs to maintain the estate. When you've lived as long as Arkhamir, I suppose trust becomes a problem. Fine by me. I'm looking forward to the day when the Harapo epic is someone else's concern.
What is this place? Ukaizo. Ukaizo is a mythical island rumored to be somewhere in the Deadfire archipelago. Some legends regard Ukaizo as the wellspring of Huana culture. Others tell of riches beyond measure. All agree that Ukaizo vanished after cataclysmic storms and volcanic eruptions blotted out the horizon, but it remains to be seen if these tales possess an echo of merit or simply romanticize an ancient fantasy. I want to find it. Could it really be the path?
When it comes to finding the lost island, we can't afford to neglect any lead. The Ranganui seeks to saddle the weather and harness the storm. If there is a place where this can happen, it is Ukaizo.
Tamara shrugs and wipes off the breast of her uniform. But I want to talk to the other person. Okay. We're not going in there yet because it's locked. We do know a way in through the bathhouse. I'm pretty sure that's where that went. Ooh, stray cat.
The sea is true home.
Jewels.
Smell it.
+1 perception, and party members are more effective with healing spells and potions. Okay. An engraving at the base of the statue reads Tekēhu, first guild master of the Water Shapers Guild. She looks downcast and introspective. Worthless idiot.
What you want?
The imp recoils from you with a sharp hiss. What are you doing out here?
Arkemir doesn't let worthless idiot outside after worthless idiot sprayed dung on stupid tablet.
Makes sense.
But Arkemir not home.
A mischievous grin splits the imp's bony features.
So worthless idiot watches the ships come in. Looks at all the tasty gulls.
It sighs down at the vista of ocean and docks. Your name is Worthless Idiot?
Those Arkemir's big words. Gave name, but worthless idiot no understand.
Worthless Idiot wiggles a finger in his ear. I'm pretty sure he means it as an insult.
That's so? Worthless idiot should ask Stinkfoot or Catbreath what they say.
You want to set sail and eat gulls? You're welcome aboard the Defiant. Is he? The imp takes in your words, its eyes widening to the size of moist saucers. A flap of its wings carries it closer to whisper in your ear.
How often you beat your crew, huh?
It doesn't whisper at all, and the question sends a ringing through your ear. I don't. Not yet, at least. Ouch. Only when they are noisy. Follow my orders and we shouldn't have a problem. Only when they displease me. I don't. Not yet, at least.
No beatings? None?
It blinks, struggling to encompass the idea.
I join crew?
The imp flutters in an excited little circle. It points down at the distant shape of Queen's Birth, and salivates at the sight of gulls landing on the rigging of the Defiant. Okay, we got an imp crew member now. A worthless idiot is now our friend. Or our crew member, I guess. Don't know him well enough to say he's a friend. Could be a friend one day, though. Go and get all this stuff.
Did the queen summon everyone to the palace?
Akira, I've never seen Aruihi run so fast.
Do you think the Audra Colossus would come here next?
Pray to Kahopa, it does not.
That would suck, huh? Water flowing through this timepiece keeps its mechanism in constant motion. Cool. Alright, is this the path forward here, or is this something else? It's something else. The Water Shapers Guild. Alright, so that's what that statue out here is all about. Is this like a waterbender? Ooh, I like that. That's neat. Look at that. Interesting. Let's see what's going on in here. Guildmaster. Hello.
Tekēhu, you have shirked your duties for the last time, I say.
A guildmaster in fine robes stares down the sizable blue-skinned Amawa before her. Students observe the exchange in a loose circle, exchanging whispers.
Guildmaster, be reasonable.
He tosses his, anemone? Like hair, which glows faintly as each bulbous strand settles in place.
I skipped one lecture to travel up the mountain. Still, the palace is closed until you present me before Onikaza.
He crosses his arms and raises one eyebrow. The murmurs of the crowd grow in volume.
You went alone. I asked for patience, but as usual, you make a trench out of a tide pool.
She pacifies her tone, suddenly conscious of the onlookers. Don't let me stop you. Looks like a disobedient fish slipped through the net. We're gonna say nothing.
My patience wears thin, old shark. You have stifled me enough for one trip through Rakuhu's bowels.
In spite of their obvious age, Tekēhu? I forget what they said. Raises an instructive finger to the guildmaster. She flares her nostrils and takes a deep breath.
I say Ngati weeps at her petulant spectacle of a child.
I'm not sure that I ever thought of myself as the daughter of a god.
Ikera, the significance is clearer to some than others.
He waves toward the guildmaster with the back of his hand.
For a water shaper who treasures his duty to the goddess, you spend too many days cavorting at the brothel.
The Guildmaster sidesteps Tekēhu and takes long strides away from the circle. Sparing another glance at Tekēhu, the crowd disperses.
Ugh, insufferable.
Tekēhu sighs and smooths back his hair. He turns his attention to you with a raised eyebrow.
It is not every day that I see a stranger face than mine in this part of town.
Tekēhu thumbs his chin and nods at you. Water shaping sounds like a prestigious talent.
Through our connection to the gods, the Howana mold water like it is clay, easing it into an assumed form.
Grinning, Tekēhu adjusts his posture to assume a flowing, almost weightless stance.
We could sink every ship in Rauatai's fleet if they drew too close to the city, but some of us have gentler tastes.
He sighs and stands once more at ease.
Some of us see water shaping for what it is, a gift of divine expression.
So you are a water shaper.
Well, surely you have seen my works across Nekitaka.
Tekēhu knits his brow with immediate concern.
Look to the antechamber of the Kahanga Palace for my Apple of Ngati, or to the luminous bathhouse for my Dance of the Wanton Priestess.
Tekēhu folds his arms and nods towards the door. Seraphon snickers quietly.
For as long as there have been Howana, there have been water shapers. But only since Tekēhu has water shaping been art.
Aloth sighs through his nose. I take it you and the Guildmaster don't get along?
Kira, I bring art to the Guild of Water Shapers, but they do not tolerate expression here. What I am is to blame, I say.
An excellent water shaper?
A fine guess, but no. It is because I am a godlike, kissed by the fish goddess at birth.
He extends an arm and flicks one of the fin-like appendages running from his wrist to his elbow.
Water shaping is Ngati's gift to the Howana, and apparently I am too. Savior to the tribes.
He folds his arms and grimaces. So push back a little, test your boundaries. You certainly are, I could tell why they revere you. Shouldn't you be just a little grateful? Sounds like they put a lot of pressure on you. Oh, I didn't click that one. I said, shouldn't be grateful. His upper lip curls and he waves you off.
The only question is, do I return to my duties, or while away a few hours in the bathhouse?
Tekēhu tugs on his hair and purses his lips. Back to my other questions. Say nothing.
The waters are fine, I say. Finer still with company.
His grin widens even further as he appraises you. Aloth massages his temple, shaking his head.
Strange company. What a terrifying pair we would make.
Sighing to himself, Tekēhu scans you up and down. He casually clears his throat and glances away. I don't mind if you look.
I am liking you already.
Learn that from Seraphon. I could use a rowdy fish like you on the Defiant if you'll have a watcher at the helm. Huh. Is this a companion? Have you got something to tell the crowd? The crown?
Kira, I sent the prince a missive and heard nothing back.
Tekēhu crosses his arms and sighs.
He is a busy warrior in a time of peace, I say.
Let's go talk to him together then. Being a watcher tends to open doors.
A watcher? And here I am used to being the freak of Pariki's overlook.
He rests a hand on his hips and grins.
What does a watcher do?
I commune with the spirits of the dead. I'm an intermediary between here and the in-between. I'm the Herald of Barroth, for now, at least. I watch. Mostly the dead. I'm a Herald of Barroth for now.
Ikera, just so.
He strokes his chin, nodding.
I say I am no sailor, and I know even less about death. I am an artist.
He stirs his fingers through the air, drawing together droplets of moisture into an orb of water that floats over his palm.
My peers do not understand. Water shaping to them is like studying calligraphy, to brew ink and sort parchment.
He lets the orb fall to the ground and splash at his feet. Well, I'm curious to see what you can do. I have nothing against a sensitive artist. If we do tricks, we should get along just fine. If your abilities can drown our enemies, you can call it whatever you like. I don't think Klesia really, I mean, she likes good art, but she's not really, like, into art. Yeah, I mean, I think number 4, I like to think she's a little more practical than she is, like, caring about art and stuff. At least when it comes to, at this current moment, she has no use for art. Hell, she doesn't even have a home at the moment to put art in. Can you drown my enemies?
Will we do much fighting, then? Kara, a pity.
Tekēhu scratches the back of his head.
You are not unknown to me, I say. Whispers of an Ardra Colossus reach my ears, and louder whispers of a corpse who follows him.
Tekēhu raises one of his brows.
What will you do when you catch up to this walking god?
Aothis needs to answer for his actions. That will be for the rest of the gods to decide. Offer a few compliments, buy him a drink, see where it goes from there. I'm not sure yet. Any ideas? That will be for the rest of the gods to decide.
They will, I say, have bickering thoughts on the matter. If it untangles me from the guild's apron strings, then you can mount me as the figurehead of your fair ship.
Tekēhu inclines his head and touches the circular marking of his brow.
Our quarters may smell of fish before long, but your crew will be more beautiful by association, I say.
He winks. Aloth rolls his eyes.
Do the rest of us have a say in the matter?
He glances between you and Tekēhu, irritation playing on his face. Let's be off.
Lead on. It will be good to put some distance between myself and the guild, even if we find less savory places along the way. A fair warning, Captain. Ingati gifted her favorite son with more than his stunning complexion.
Tekēhu tosses his hair and sighs contently. What? Can you breathe underwater? Are you hiding an angular fish lure under that robe? I look forward to learning all about it. Good for you. I'm happy you're so special. I kinda like the fourth one. I mean, are we gonna be flirty with this guy? I don't know. Are we gonna be kind? Are we gonna be annoyed? He's a little annoying, a little full of himself. But that's not a bad thing. I mean, it is a bad thing. But in like a story aspect, it's a good start, right? He has somewhere to go. Good for you. I am happy you're so special.
I say you will learn. In time.
He winks. His eyes suddenly as dark as beads of polished onyx. Okay. And this guy... is he a main character? I feel like he might be because the two sidekick characters, they had this part. The multi-class one at the top. I don't know if that really matters. Maybe it's just coincidence. I'm going to keep him as a druid. And we're going to leave him off. Well, he's got to go to he's got to go see the king, right? Or he's got to go to the palace. A druid. I think we're going to...
I'll be shoving off then, Cap.
I don't really like that idea, actually. But we're gonna put him here.
If you want for company, look no further.
Just because I kind of want to... Look at him. God damn. Okay. So you're good at explosives, alchemy, and mechanics. Okay, so active skills you don't really fit with the group at the moment. We'll give you alchemy. Passive skills, metaphysics, religion, and survival, history, and insight. I guess we could go history. He doesn't really fit too well there either, though. Alright, and as a druid, we got all these spells. Spirit Shift Shark draws upon the druid's natural connection to the shark, temporarily allowing them to assume that form. The shark's Spirit Shift has immunity to dexterity afflictions. Neat. Andra's Whip. Use water shaping to form a whip-like entity that is capable of striking foes. Cool. And Water Shaper. Unique to Tijuana, Water Shaper druids possess a special affinity with water in all its forms. Water shaping is an ancient tradition taught only to select members of the Mataru caste, and is believed to have been taught to the Huana by Andra herself. Cool. Alright, so for your stuff. Now, we did have a druid in the last game, but I did not pay a lot of attention to him, because we got him so late. Charm Beast. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Nature's Vigor. Gives Fit for 3 rounds. Okay, we have something that kind of already does that. Dancing Bolt. Summons a flurry of thin bolts of lightning, zapping enemies in the area of effect for shock damage. I like that. Let's put that one. Oh, we only got one. Okay, let's look at the others then. Sunbeam. Calls down a shaft of intense sunlight, burning and potentially blinding those caught in the area of effect. Okay. Talon's Reach. Conjures a giant taloned claw under the target, causing slash damage to all in the area of effect. Tanglefoot. Hobbled for 1 round. Okay. Touch of Rot. The caster's hands emanate decay, causing immediate corrosive damage, and then more damage over time to any in the affected area. Vile Thorns. Shoots sharp thorned brambles at nearby enemies, causing pierce damage and potentially sickening anyone in the area of effect. Winter Wind. Causes an icy wind of incredible power to rise, pushing back all in the area of effect and inflicting freeze damage. Freeze! And Nature's Mark. Causes enemies in the area of effect to glow with a pale green light, making them easier targets. Affected enemies suffer decreased deflection and reflex. I think we're gonna go with that. I think that's the best one. Dancing Bolts. Alright, next level. Guess we'll keep going with what we've got. Okay. Woodskin. Creates a thin layer of bark over allies in the area of effect, affording them an armor rating bonus to pierce, burn, and shock. I like that. This is health restored. We don't need it. Taste of the Hunt. Hunter's melee weapons become an ideal instrument for hunting, adding continuous raw damage to a single enhanced attack and restoring health to the caster. Okay. Insect Swarm. Attracts a swarm of aggressive insects, causing damage over time and preventing all affected targets from possessing concentration. Hold Beast. Forces a shrieking cry from the caster's throat, paralyzing all but the most fearsome of animals. Paralyzed for 3 rounds. Invalid subclass. Okay, I can't get that. How many of those have that? Oh wow, I didn't even realize that. Okay. Firebrand, we can't get either. That looks awesome though. Conjure Lesser Blight. Gathers a few stray soul fragments, coalescing them into a lesser flame, storm, sand, ice, or earth blight. Can't get that one. Autumn's Decay. Creates a cone of putrefaction, causing immediate corrosive damage, and then moves more damage over time to any in the area of effect. Okay, and we've got Wild Strike Corrode, Wild Strike Burn, and Wild Strike Freeze. Also, Wild Strike Shock. And then we got all those two. I think we're going to go... I kind of do like the freeze damage more than the shock damage. I think it's more water-like, obviously. The Druid's knowledge of the forces of nature allow them to automatically inflict additional freeze damage when spirit shifted. We'll get that. Yep, we'll go with those for that level. Next level. I'm curious if we get levels at the same time. Okay, so now I do kind of want to get Winter Wind. So I'm going to get it. And then I guess having some more healing wouldn't be bad. Let's get that. And then weapon-wise, you are good at the rod. So you're a ranged character. Go ahead and get the wand too. That doesn't mean he's probably not going to come with us much unless Klesia falls in love with him. And then, well, I don't know if he's a romance. So we got Infestation of Maggots. Enemies in the area of effect have their skin infested by hordes of burrowing maggots. That sounds disgusting. Inflicting raw damage over time. The more wounded the target, the greater the damage. A target at maximum health takes no damage from the spell. I was going to say something about the maggots, but we won't. We won't. Draws on the healing power of nature, imbuing the robust inspiration for rapid regeneration effect on party members. Nice. That's actually kind of cool. I'm gonna go and put that one in. Gets rid of toxins, returning storm, spreading plague, stag's horns, and twin stones. Brings a powerful storm into being, striking a random single enemy in the area of effect, periodically with bolts of lightning that stun and deal shock damage. That's kind of cool. It's infects the target with a virulent and debilitating disease, hobbling and weakening them. Okay. Can't get that one. Twin stones. Sends 2 deadly boulders flying out from the druid's position, dealing crush damage to anyone in their path, and exploding on contact with a solid surface, causing fragments to pierce anyone nearby. Neat. Reflex, fortitude, concentration. Gonna want that concentration bonus, I think. I'm going off the notion that maybe it works like tabletops do, where you have to concentrate to cast spells, but at the same time, that might not be how that's working. Okay, so what else do we want to get? We have that already. I don't really like any other spells here. No, I'm yawning so much right now. I guess we'll go get this. I think this might be the last level. And it'll be caught up. Okay, I didn't read what these are either. So we've got Blizzard. Conjures a violent storm of ice and snow, inflicting freeze damage upon any in the area of effect and slowing their action speed. Nice. We've got Chill Fog, which I think that was in the last game. And calls a blindingly white, icy fog into existence, inflicting blinding and freeze damage over time to any in the area of effect. Any enemy. And Boiling Spray. Everyone in the cone of area, or the cone area of effect, takes burn damage and is pushed back. And that's for AoE too. I wonder if it's because there are subclass stuff, if it doesn't matter. It's just like a tsunami. Overwhelming Wave conjures a rolling wave of water that plows through everything in its path, causing crush damage and this stun affliction. I'm gonna get that. And probably this. Yep. With greater knowledge of the force of nature, inflict even more additional freeze damage when shape-shifted. Or spirit-shifted. There we go.
I'm here, as you
okay,
wish.
We'll go like this. Her eyes well with tears, as constant as rain. But the moon's skyward journey continues apace. The lover's affliction, as ephemeral as fingers touching. Pitied is Ngati, Lady of Lament, as the pearl orb of the heavens crosses her view. Alright, so that's Andra. Ngati. Anybody in here? Free stuff? Any free stuff? Free stuff? Oh, free stuff. Four forms of water shaping. Guild Ruins. This ornate basin makes a high-pitched ringing sound when pressure is applied around the outer rim. The outer rim? We're not going to go into the ruins. That sounds dangerous. And perhaps off-limits. Guildmaster.
You have questions for me. Speak up, I say.
Guildmaster Mayru folds her arms and nods. Tell me about the guild.
Ikira, my pleasure. Water shaping is a talent bestowed on the Juana by the goddess Ngati. Periki was the first in recent memory to organize the talent into a series of teachable forms. What else would you like to know?
Where do the water shapers get their power?
Our art is the yield of the Juana's ancient covenant with the goddess. Our ancestors pledged to protect the luminous Audra, the islands, and the tribes. Ngati gifted us with the strength to keep our promise.
Seems like you are potentially going to be busy, depending on what Aethys wants. What do the water shapers do exactly?
We control tides, prevent storm damage, and keep unwelcome ships at bay. Of course, you already know Tekēhu, our prized pupil. We represent the best of Juana achievement. No small responsibility.
Back to other questions?
Akira.
Very well. Alright, so it doesn't look like there's going to be much more to do besides getting our next companion here. And this is, I believe this is a full companion. Hello. A young Juana holds out his hands as if to catch an incoming missile. He winces in concentration, and an orb of water rises and floats midair. Sweat drips down his nose. Tekēhu clears his throat loudly. He flinches, and in that instant, the water loses all shape and splashes onto the floor. Crestfallen, he sighs and drops his stance.
Damn it, Tekēhu, why? I almost had it that time.
Not even close. If you want to achieve the second form, you will need to loosen that posture. Spending a day submerged in the bathhouse always helped me.
He smirks. Aloth sighs through his nose. Jyoti puffs out a heated breath.
Did you need
Yeah, they really don't like this guy. He nods at you and shakes out his arms, readying himself for another try. You seem to be having trouble.
I can feel the connection to Andra just like Myru taught me. But there's something missing. Maybe it's my form.
He frowns to himself. We could lie to him. Remember to hold your breath and keep your knees together. Any advice for him, Tekēhu?
Remain loose, but not too loose. Confine yourself, but spread out at all times.
He nods, passing you a secret smile.
Like this?
Warua shuffles his feet apart and squeezes his shoulders together, looking to Tekēhu for approval.
Perfect. Keep at it, and you'll be teaching me the fourth form in no time.
He claps Warua on the shoulder, upsetting his stance.
Suppose I'll give anything a try.
He nods to you and resumes his practice. Okay, I feel like that's not going to work. The advice? Mine? No. Okay. So we're not going to go into the ruins, so let's go out, and we're going to the palace. We're doing it. Oh, he wants to talk. Damn it. As you turn to Tekēhu, a shadow passes over your vision. You feel a tug from somewhere deep within his soul. A faint ripple creases the air between you two like a forest of ethereal kelp. Surrender. Tekēhu's soul is vibrant and energetic, almost too lively to accompany its mortal shell. There's a bright thread of energy that trails away from him. You instinctively follow it. You stand in a grand hall underwater and cloaked in oppressive shadows. Pillars of coral and bone reach up to support a ceiling that may be hundreds of fathoms away. Chandeliers lit with bioluminescent globes dangle from the long ropes, swaying in languid tentacle or tentacular motions. At the furthest end of the hall sits Andra. Hey girl. As tall as a castle keep and leaning forward in her throne, she has adopted the head of an angler fish and regards you with its globular stare. Her sickle-shaped jaw opens and closes in a rictus of conflicted emotions. Yeah, we're not on the best of terms.
A life without friction or challenge has left the boy in need of guidance.
The voice of Andra pounds at your mind with relentless force.
He thinks himself frail, but my heart beats in his chest. He is stronger than either of you could know.
Andra's heart beats within his chest. She claps her hands and the vision shatters, flooding the hall with a deluge of awareness as you return to your senses. Regarding you with a warm smile, Tekēhu at first seems oblivious to your momentary detachment, then his brow furrows with concern.
Captain, what say? You look a little blue about the gills.
Andra just reached out to me.
Ngati spoke to you.
Skeptical, Tekēhu cradles his chin and considers. Don't be so skeptical, dude. Like, I've talked with her several times. She almost got me killed once, as well.
To leave her son guessing. Oh, this is my tricksome mother through and through.
She seems to care about your well-being. I suppose she would consider quieting down. She could just be using you to get to me. It's true. I'm gonna say that.
Sad to say that all things are possible where the gods are concerned. Oh, you must be special indeed for Ngati to speak with words. For her people, she lays out cryptic stepping stones hidden in omens.
That sounds like her.
Akira, but send her my fondest wishes.
Let's be off. We'll talk to you again later. I'm sure we'll be spending plenty of time together. Either on the ship or out on missions. Interesting though, so Andra is in his heart. Or her heart is in him. I wonder if that was like metaphoric or if it's genuine, like a part of her is within him. Probably metaphorical, I'd imagine. But maybe not. Alright, the north exit. Let's get to the palace. See what it's all about. Serpent's Crown. 24 minutes. Let's see, is he in here? I don't see him in here. So, if he is a main companion, which it seems like he is, that means that thing does not tell us everything we need to know about companions. Serpent's Crown.
You're a follower of the light?
The light? Oh, you mean, well, depends on what you mean by follow. I wanted to ask you something. It's about Shodi.
Sure, I mean, you guys were literally just having a conversation, Edir, but what do you want to ask?
She means well. I can see that. And she's spirited, and if I was still young and didn't know the things I know, it'd be different.
What do you mean?
But anybody got that much faith in any god, let alone Aethys? I don't know how to talk to someone like that. Not these days. I get why she's like that. And I was there once, a long time back.
His eyelids flare with relived embarrassment.
But it's 'cause of that I can't see a way to respect it. I'm no good at hiding it from her either. I don't see this getting better.
There's more to her than you're giving her credit for. If she can't deal with the truth, that's her problem, not yours. Keep avoiding her. The less you talk to her, the better. You're going to have to pretend to respect her. There's more to her than you're giving her credit for.
Doesn't seem like she's any different than what she shows.
She's a Dawn Star, but she doesn't worship Aethys, she worships Gon. You're right, it's best if you avoid her. If that's the case, then you're just going to have to pretend to like her. She worships Gon, not Aethys.
Same thing, really. That's just her trying to find a way to worship Aethys that makes sense to her. I guess that sounds familiar now that you mention it.
Maybe you heard earlier? I follow Aethys too. Mostly, in a way. I mean, I am a child of the Dawn Stars, even if firstly I'm a Gonite.
That's good, I guess. For you.
Oh, maybe you don't want to talk about it. That's all right. Surely, some other time then. Was it the way I said it? Or maybe I'm in need of a washing.
Oh, poor Jati. Huh. I don't know. I like them together. Just maybe, honestly, they're the only ones interacting in that way. I guess Isomir and Edir get along pretty well, but I don't think Adolf would approve of that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I wish there was an option to be like, hey, just tell her that. You know?
Certainly.
Most things in life can be better if you just talk about it. Say what you mean. Alright, so I think we're just going to take a look at the architecture. We're not going to go anywhere. Because, honestly, we're probably going to save it for the next episode. But damn, this looks awesome. Look at that. You know, if I was super rich, I would definitely have, like, water going all throughout my house. Stuff. That's awesome. Love it. Big old lake here. Oh, look at that. Cool view. I love this town. I really do. Honestly, I feel like we could play a whole game just in this city. Look at this. So neat. Okay. Well, I know you know, wait a minute. Oh, I thought that said Maneha. It doesn't. Wasn't even close, actually. But, yeah, next episode. I think we're just going to go straight to the palace next episode. We could check these places out afterwards. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I do hope you enjoyed. And until next time, have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.